Back with you. Operation Desert Storm is now 1 hour and 18 minutes old. The President of the United States is going to address the nation at 9 o'clock, and we'll be hearing from the folks at the Pentagon right after that. Our colleague James Blackwell from the Center for Strategic and International Studies is now with us to talk a bit about the logistics of what is happening on the battlefield. Mr. Blackwell.
David, the pattern of the bombing, as has been reported by Bernard Shaw and John Holloman, and in fact they are serving as quite excellent scouts. They're doing a heroic effort. I'd want to have them in my cavalry unit any day, the way they're going right now, indicates to me a pattern. While it's far too early to judge from here what's going on in the rest of Kuwait and Iraq, it indicates a pattern of strategic bombing aimed at severing the command and control links between the political leadership and the army, and no doubt similar types of strategic targets down the operational chain of command are being struck at the same time. The President's statement said that the liberation of Kuwait has begun. I doubt this is a symbolic or I doubt there will be a pause to allow Saddam Hussein to capitulate. I think this exhibits a pattern of a very serious war that's going to unfold. I think they can expect continued waves of this nature to hit in Baghdad, hitting strategic targets just as they've already seen some of the government buildings go up in smoke, the refinery, and off in the far distance, the low rumbling sound is probably 2,000-pound bombs coming from B-52s.
All right, James Blackwell, thank you very much. We'll be back with you a bit later. Let's go to the White House now and our senior White House correspondent, Charles Bierbauer. Charles.
David, President Bush, as you know, is going to make a speech tonight to explain just what it is that is going on and why he has given these orders. In fact, we were told by White House spokesman Marlin Fitzwater that this is a speech the President has been working on for 2 or 3 weeks, that he has gone through about 4 drafts and has done most of the work on this himself. It'll be about a 10 or 12-minute speech. What is indicative of this kind of approach by the President is that this has been a process that is building. Mr. Fitzwater said decisions have been made incrementally leading up to the decision to launch the attack today. Indeed, the spokesman says that the President has had 5.5 months to prepare for this, and so what we've also heard from a number of people in the White House is that George Bush was amply prepared to use force almost from day one back in August when the attack on Kuwait itself was launched. The President, at a little before 7 o'clock, was in the Oval Office with some of his key advisors. He was watching the reports coming out of Baghdad from ours and other reporters there. The view was that this was happening exactly as scheduled. At 7 o'clock, he told his spokesman, Marlin Fitzwater, to go out and announce it. The President was described as calm and matter-of-fact. Prior to 7 o'clock, in the hour between 6 and 7, he called the congressional leadership to inform them of the actions he has taken. He has placed a number of calls to other world leaders. We don't know exactly who yet. That also took place in that same 6 to 7 o'clock time frame. So again, we will hear a speech that has been largely crafted by George Bush himself in anticipation of the action that he was going to call for this evening. David?
Charles, thank you very much. Of course, a very nervous part of the world also is in Jordan. We remember that Saddam Hussein threatened that if he was attacked, he would attack Israel. And of course, lying between the two places is Jordan. Doug James reports now from Amman. Doug,
we've been told that Jordanian...
Go ahead, Doug.
Sorry. We've been told that Jordanian officials, like many others, learned first of the attack on Kuwait and Iraq by watching CNN. The average person here, of course, does not get CNN and so far has not heard of this attack. There will be a radio announcement in about 7 minutes' time, and then a television announcement over Jordanian state television at 10 o'clock local time. The only reaction so far from Jordanian officials is that the attack has taken them by surprise. They said they were led by the State Department to believe that there would be at least a little bit more time for Iraq to decide to pull out of Kuwait before any action of this type began. Of course, here in Jordan, there is considerable concern because the country is wedged between the two powerful neighbors, Iraq and Israel. At the moment, everybody is waiting to see what kind of reaction there might be from Iraq and what response Israel might have to that. This is Doug James reporting live from Amman, Jordan.
Right, we've just had a report from the Pool reporter in Daman who